Broadcasting live to the world at www. Today's R&B and old school.
Tell me that. Tell them who I am.
Hot damn! Welcome to the Attention to Detail Old School Radio Show. It's your show. He's the host, bringing the best in old school R&B and getting in your ass hot topics. Here's Rory Darnell.
what's happening, Algenia Pearson, out of the left side of you on my Jermaine side. What's happening? Cat Joe checks in, superstar artist. Cat Joe checks in. Melissa, superstar supporter out of San Diego. She checks in. She's a happy camper today. She now knows who her Celtics will be going against in the Eastern Conference Finals. Congratulations to the Indiana Pacers. Took down the New York Knicks. Let me say this about the New York Knicks. Normally, I would clown the Knicks. I would clown them because they're kind of the Clippers of the East Coast. But I'm not going to clown them because I got to give them credit. They had major injuries, major players. Key player was he's played for the Lakers. Been out since January. He was unable to come back. And then today, Indiana was just on it today. Indiana set a record, a playoff record, shot 67% for the game. That is a playoff record. So shout out to the Pacers in Game 7. Also, another blow. They shot 76% in the first half. You're not going to beat too many teams that shooting 76%. And then to come in the second half and then shoot another 70%, 77%, and then end up with a 67% shooting. That's impressive. Also, another blow to the Knicks, and I felt bad for him. Jalen Brunson broke his hand in the game. And once he left the game, Indiana always seemed to have the answer for the Knicks. Whenever the Knicks made a run, they got to they were down by as much as 22. They were down by 15 at the half. They closed it to within 6, but Indiana always had the answer, and they just came out the better team. And like I said, shout out to the Knicks. The Knicks did well. They ended up with the number 2 seed despite having major players. And I've always said one thing about talent: you also have to have the healthiest team to win the championship. If the healthiest team and a combination of the best team generally wins the championship. And so congratulations to a good season by the Knicks. It was the best record they had in 11 years, number 2 seed. And like I said, I'm not going to clown them because, like I said, they had injuries that they overcame to get that far. And the Pacers are a young team, but they're very good. Celtics, don't just assume you can just show up because this team is hungry and they're showing it, and they're going to make you work for it. And the Celtics have yet to prove that they can win the big game, and they've had high expectations. This is their 3rd consecutive Eastern Conference final. And let's face it, they choked in the last 2. Let's just keep it real, Melissa. I know it's your team and everything, but you know the motto here is for everybody. I love you. The motto's for everybody, though. Truth don't change because you don't like it. Speaking of truth, man, I only have 2 hours. Because there's so much to get to. I only have 2 hours to get to it. And let's just go ahead and deal, starting off, with the elephant in the room. Let's go ahead. We've all seen it. Well, most of us have, that live in America or on planet Earth. P. Diddy. Come on. Let's not act like you didn't see the video of him beating that woman, Cassie, who then ended up suing him, and he settled the next day. Didn't admit anything, though. He just settled the next day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the video was released. By who? We don't know. Because it's 8 years old. How come it just come out now in the last few days? Why is that? I don't know. But it did. I don't know what Diddy was possibly thinking, beating on a woman in a high-profile hotel in Century City. I don't know if he didn't think their cameras would be turned off. That's dumb in and of itself. You're going to beat on a woman in a public, not in the room, but publicly beating her in the hallway of a major hotel in Los Angeles, California. This wasn't a Motel 6. But aside from that, his goose is cooked. I don't know if there's any criminal thing involved in this or not, but in terms of the public, good luck coming back from that. Good luck coming back from that, Diddy. In terms of the public, like I said, I don't know what the law can do because I don't know how that worked out with the case and in that situation with her settling with him and this, that, and the other. And then he issued, in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of people who have an opinion, like everybody, just like buttholes, we all have one. That was a too late apology. For who? Who was that for? Obviously, that was for us. It wasn't for Cassie. He didn't mention her name in the apology. I don't feel sorry for him in any capacity. I think the apology is done because it's been found out, it's been verified. Jaguar Wright, if anybody has heard of that name before, who's been talking about Diddy and a whole bunch of other people, R. Kelly, Jay-Z, she just been going down the line. And it's interesting because they don't say much about her to refute what she says. Christopher Williams tried publicly to say something about her, but see, here's my thing. When you say such outlandish and sick things about people in public and you're a high profile name, there's usually a lawsuit coming because it's defamation of character. You can really hurt these people's careers, cost them millions of dollars with the things that she says. She has not been dragged into one courtroom, and she's been saying it for a number of years. Jaguar Wright, look her up. She's easy to find. She does interviews. She's very deep into the music industry and the hip hop world and all that kind of stuff. She says a lot of things. She drops a lot of names. She don't put secrets on stuff. Some things she does, but for the people that she's coming after, she done dropped some names. Diddy was one of them. And now there's video. So all the accusations, people were skeptical and still on Team Diddy and all that. Where are you at now? We'll talk about it some more right after this song. Janique Nina, So Says the Fool, Real Urban Radio Network.
So says the fool, love can't succeed against the rules of pride and greed. Despite the flaws, here's what he thinks, real magic's so says the fool, a waste of time, and in the heart should be a crime. You only win if you are cruel, so says the fool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up, everybody? This is Naya Renee, the recording artist. You're listening to the Attention to Detail R&B radio show with the savior of R&B, Dteail, on the Real Urban Radio Network.
So says the fool, Janique Nia out of Las Vegas, bringing you the best and widest variety of new R&B on the Real Urban Radio Network. It is me, him, the savior of R&B, and I'm gonna say to the my collective that's right in front of me, hey, my YouTube folks, when you come into the room, hit that like, share, subscribe, and notification button. Let me know you're in here. I got a bunch of numbers, but I only got a couple names. So hit that like, share, subscribe, and if you want to make a comment at all, or just say hello or anything, you have to have your own page. Get your own page. It's free. It's free to sign up and have your own YouTube page, and then you can comment. I know some of you might say, how come I can't comment? I can read everything, but I can't see. Well, you got to subscribe, and not only subscribe, but get your own page as well. And like I say, it's free to do so, and that's real easy to do. And then, boom, you can join in the conversation. Getting started, Jet Hepburn checks in. Appreciate her checking in on the Facebook side. Come on over to the YouTube side. YouTube information is at the bottom of the page right there. I don't have to lean in now because they can hear me, because yay, new phone. Finally got a new phone, so now I'm working all around. Now everything's working. Radio people can hear me. The YouTube people can hear me. The Jermaine to my left can hear me. Jet can hear me. And so valuable information, you can hear me. But come to that YouTube page, man. That's the place to be, on that YouTube page. Right there at the bottom of the screen for you guys that are on my Facebook's live. Come over there. And those of you listening on the radio, if you want to come on my YouTube as well, you can. www.youtube.com/ at Rory Darvell. Come on to the YouTube side and get in that conversation if you want to. Nichelle Bell has checked in. I requested Nichelle Bell to check in because I'm going to announce this throughout the show, especially as the superstar artists check in, like Kedjo. They'll usually, sometimes there'll be more, but I want her to put some information up on the screen. So I asked her to step in. Now she's in school learning all about this streaming and all that kind of stuff. And you artists need to know this stuff, because I have grown with the station as Nichelle has grown, because Nichelle gathers information about this music and stuff. And what I want to be able to do with this show and put an impression upon the artists, because I think a lot of times artists, especially those that know me personally, they take it for granted that they know me. And I'm just keeping it 100, keeping it real. Keeping it 100, keeping it real. And this only, as they say, only a hit dog hollers. So if you feel I'm talking to you, then I am. If you feel that way, because I didn't say your name, but I am talking to all the artists. So to understand, my thing here is to be as high level, as professional, and as real with you about your music. So when you send songs here, they go out over the radio. They're going across the world. Nichelle Bell is in school, and she teaches me things and gives me information that I pass on to you, the artists. And you guys, it's up to you if you're serious. And see, it goes both ways. It lets you know how serious I am about what I'm doing here, and it lets me know how serious you are about what you're doing when it comes to your music. So the same things that you would do if you sent your songs in to a radio station or to a record label and they released your song. Well, there are certain things that has to be done so people to take your song seriously. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm going to ask Nichelle Bell, if she can, to put up on the screen, and I'm going to screenshot it and repeat it throughout the show, maybe, or write it down or whatever myself, what information that an artist should have so their song is actually considered to be a released song, that it's taken seriously. Because what's going to happen going forward now, for those of you that have songs that are not like that I play, those are, as they say, those are grandfathered in. Those songs, if they've already been played, they will continue to play. But going forward, whether you know me or not, understand this very clearly, whether you know me or not, if your songs does not meet this criteria, it will not go out over the radio. Because I need to know you're serious about what you're doing. And so you know that I'm serious about what I'm doing. So the same criteria that's required if you sent your song into a radio, whatever you want to call a legitimate radio station, this is also a legitimate radio station. Or whatever you want to consider a legitimate record company that you would send to, whatever is required for your song, you would do that with no problem. If Warner Brothers said you need to have this, and this, you would do it. Because you don't know anybody at Warner Brothers, but you know that's what they require. So it's the same here. And it has, whether you know me or not, this is about business and you putting your best foot forward. So I'm going to be as serious about you as you are about me. So if you think of this here, so anything short of the criteria that's required to have your song played on this station or this show, as far as that's concerned, you send it and it doesn't meet that, then what you have sent me is a demo. And I can go, man, that demo sounds great. Now, do X, Y, and Z so you can put yourself in the best position to get paid for your music when it goes out over on YouTube, when it goes out over on the air here at the station, etc., etc. So I'm going to ask Michelle to put that up. There she goes. Metadata, and the song cover. That way you don't have to worry about your name being misspelled. That way when the song is looked up, the title of the song will be correct, everything, because when they look it up, when she looks it up, she can find your album cover, she can find, and you have your metadata and etc. and all that kind of stuff. Because I can't be remembering all that stuff, but I got my own stuff to do. But I'm just letting the artist know if it doesn't meet that, if I find out if it doesn't have that you submit a song, it goes to her, and she says, hey, they don't have this and the other, I'll let you know. Yeah, hey, your song is missing, blah, blah, blah. Get that for us. I'll glad if I accept the song, the first thing to be played, I'll gladly put it on the air. And I'll mention that a couple times because we have to take this to another. And even initially when I started this, I was just putting a regular picture up there. I didn't know anything about album covers and all that. Michelle, as she's been going through her education and learning things, she passes it on to me. She researches you guys. She finds out this information. And so the more information she finds out, because I want to elevate myself. And so I want you to elevate yourselves. So I know that you're serious about your music as I'm serious about this radio situation and this radio show that I do here. So this I'm not doing this for fun because I have a purpose. So you need to have one too. Here's two in a row. Vince Dteail, Don't Break My Heart Again with and Mark Lamont on the Real Urban Radio Network.
Such a waste of my time. Baby, I ain't ready to get my heart broken again. Oh, Lord, don't break my heart again. Don't break my heart again. Oh, baby, don't break my heart again. Never thought the day would come. We have nothing left to say. It's like a bad dream, baby. Don't break my heart again. Oh, no, don't break my heart again. Oh, no, don't break my heart again. Ooh, don't break my whole little heart again. Listen, baby, I don't think I'm alright. Let me in beside me. It's as if the daylight down again. You do it, baby. See, I need you right here beside me. Yeah. I don't think you're here beside me. I guess it's real.
It's real. Break my heart again. I need y'all for the summer song.
Don't leave me, baby.
That's good.
Don't leave my heart in.
I'm gonna get some live.
I've been down here twice and I never. You got dust on it?
You done it long?
Yeah, I'm still early. I was trying to check my car.
Oh, that's what I figured.
It'll go, they're supposed to be up to 5.
You do.
I didn't know. So I said, let me go down there. And I got down
Let me turn the radio, turn it up.
Entertaining and informative.
Right now.
The Real Urban Radio Network.
If you don't mind, if you don't mind,
feel like your songwriter.
baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
Grammy winner.
When last time you wrote a song?
Oh, I ain't wrote a song in
See,
decades.
I don't know much about you,
Decades.
Decades. I ain't wrote a song in decades.
but I know a good woman when I see it. Oh, yeah. The way you carry yourself,
As they think it out and all that.
girl, it's somewhere around here.
Songwriters used to get on their computer and write their chords
Close to
down.
you.
Oh, yeah, I never did that. I always wrote pen and paper.
Well, that's what was going on back then.
But even today, if I wrote a song, I would still use the computer.
Let me wine and dine you.
Since I'm writing a book,
Just want you to enjoy the ride. All the finer things in life.
that's the problem with all these songwriters now. Everything's all.
It's what I wanna do.
It's a tool that has the writing. It has a document in there that you can use instead of tiring your hand out, write on the paper and potentially get wet. You can lose it, you spill your drink on it. I'm just saying, people use the computer.
I ain't mad at them.
Right, you just said that's the problem.
Yeah, it's right. It depends on who's doing the right
for you. Well, you don't know the people that use it. You just made an open blanket statement. That's the problem with people today. They
problem today. That's right. That's the thing I'm talking about now. About the people reading on stage. Reading their lyrics. They're supposed to be singing and reading on stage. Well, I don't pay for that.
They shouldn't do that unless they're testing a new song out. It's just that, like, the thought they just want to see how it sounds. Yeah, it's all that shit. That should be happening. You're right about that.
What's up, Frank?
Frank! What's up, Frank?
Enjoy this moment I'm spending with you, girl. And I want to
I have something about that. Well, I do that to maintain ideas.
Yeah, that's what
Musical ideas, yeah. I recorded that to my phone.
But at some point, you have to get in your serenity place where you all with your lonesome and then you start putting shit down and getting it all together.
Dexter!
The white man left the air on tonight. And I guess too late to turn his shit off. So you know it's hitting. See, y'all feel it.
Oh yeah.
Which one is that? Mark one. Yeah. Oh, some of your soliloquies is pretty good. That whole 3-pager you wrote the other day.
Had to do it.
Well,
This is Q from LA. You're listening to the Attention to Detail R&B radio show with Roy Darvell.
like I told Tammy.
Back 2 in a row, man, bringing you the best and widest variety of new R&B anywhere. That was Mark Lamont with "Spend Every Moment," preceded by the latest from Vince Dteail, "Don't Break My Heart." 2 in a row for you. That's how we do it sometimes. It's because I'm giving you more music on Sundays as well now, so we got some back-to-backs for you as we do this thing here on Sundays. I know we have more back-to-backs on Wednesdays because it's more music Wednesday, but God darn, I've added more music on Sundays too. So I'm giving you some back-to-back. Gotta send out some hellos. Frank McKinney checks in on my Jermaine side. That's my Facebook side to the left. Dexter Ridley, my classmate he's class of 1983. He checks in. Appreciate that. And all the way from Canada, I told you, I go from Compton to Canada. I am worldwide up around this piece. John Gray, he checks in, which probably means Paula Latane is not too far behind. She might be listening on the app. Speaking of listening on the app, I know Kathy Parati in Rhode Island. I believe she's also listening on the app, or she might be watching on YouTube, but she said she couldn't comment. What's up with that? Get those comments. And so if you want to be able to comment, by the way, if you're on my YouTube page, that's my collective that's directly in front of me. What you want to do is, because you see the comments and you may want to make a comment and you can't, well, you have to subscribe and as well as get a page. So you have to have your own YouTube page as well to be able to have conversation. Otherwise, you can just look and watch. And but I can see you. I can't see you per se who you actually are, but I can see the numbers wise as far as how many people are actually tuned into the page. Also, make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, and I know there's more steps in it. It don't take that long. Like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification. So that way you will know when I'm on. And I'm on Sundays from 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and Wednesdays 6 to 8 Pacific Standard Time. Talking about P. Diddy. God darn it. I feel about as sorry for P. Diddy as I do for Trump. Listen, I saw that whack apology he did, and that's exactly what it was, whack. He apologized because he got caught, or because we can now see it. And like I said, I mentioned Jaguar Wright. Anybody go in YouTube Jaguar Wright during the 2 songs? I'm telling you, she be talking some stuff, and she ain't been dragged in court or in the back of an alley. She even did a Superfly move. She said, if something should happen to me, she said this now in interviews, if something should happen to me, believe you me, there's information that will get to the proper people that need to get it. If something should happen to me. So she did a Superfly move. Anybody remembers the original Superfly? I'm not talking about the one that did in the 90s or early 2000s. I'm talking about the original Superfly with Ryan O'Neal. He said that to the police chief. He said, if anything's happened to me, you better make sure nothing happens to one pretty hair on my head, on my pretty head. I got $100,000 contract on the whole family. Well, Jaguar Wright said, if anything happens to her, as Carrie Taylor superstar is, as she checks in on the Facebook side and the YouTube side, she's doing both of them. She's doing double duty. Yes. So anyway, I didn't buy the apology. I read a lot of the comments to the people. They didn't buy the apology, especially women that have been abused. They definitely didn't buy it. And I was playing amateur body language professional. I was playing, and it was interesting when he said he had asked God for forgiveness. He didn't look into the camera when he did. He kind of looked off. Then wasn't looking us in the eye when you said that one, did he? Wasn't looking us in the eye. And who did he apologize to? He didn't mention Cassie's name. Did you recognize that? He just said, I'm sorry. I think you're sorry that that video came out, because that video was 8 years old, by the way, just in case. So whoever brought it out, they wanted to bring it out at the time they felt it was necessary. So Mr. Combs, at least publicly, I don't know what happened to you as far as the criminal justice system. I don't know how that works, but in public, you're guilty. And I think the career is, Not that I was a huge fan of it, because the music that he was doing, then his music, it was people's music from the 70s and 80s anyway. I'm just saying. But what was interesting, I don't know what's going to happen going forward, but I think it's a done deal. I don't know, but we will see. We will see. Nichelle Bell, thank you for coming in. Like I said, Nichelle Bell just came in for a minute, and she dropped that information about you guys, you artists having your metadata on your music. So we're getting it more official around here. So we're going to step the game up. Everybody has to step their game up. And you artists, you want to get paid. And that's the bottom line. You want to get paid for your songs, for your streaming, and things of that nature. And so that's what Nichelle Bell is going to school for. She's learning all about that streaming and all that kind of stuff. And I know most of you artists, y'all don't know. I know y'all like to pretend. And you feel, hey, I'm on all streaming platforms. And so what? What does that mean? Is it paying a mortgage? Is it paying rent? Hell, is it paying a light bill? Did y'all see when Snoop Dogg said he had 1 billion streams and he got $45,000? That's Snoop Dogg. So we know what y'all getting from y'all say, oh, when you post on Facebook, and I see it, it's got 100,000 streams. I don't even think that's a nickel. So y'all better learn how to do this stuff and how to get paid with your stream. So get your music tight as far as all the logistics. Like I said, if you would go to a record label and they would assign you and all that kind of stuff, you just can't send them a demo tape and things going to be released on the air. So don't send it here. I'm just making it clear. I want the music, want the great music and all that stuff. But again, as I find out more information that's valuable to me, that I know is valuable to you, I'm going to hold you accountable as artists to do what you need to do. And don't take the fact that you know me. Oh, I just said it to Roy, he'll play it. No, he won't. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again today. Pass it on to your friends. If my mama, may she rest in peace, wrote a song and it wasn't up to par, I say, Mama, didn't make it. Or Mama, where's the metadata on this song? If she don't have it, the song would not play. So that's my mama. So I need y'all to really understand that my mama has done more for me than any of y'all could do for me combined. You can't possibly do more for me than my mama did. So if I wouldn't play my mama's song, I ain't gonna play yours. Sarah Shine, Girl, You Got It, has gone viral on TikTok. Check it out. Real Urban Radio Network.
Girl, you got it.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna roll out. What I was saying was, I mean, it's cool.
She knows what she usually get it. I focus on her.
You never identify who, what, where, and why. Like I told you. I mean, if you're gonna post it, you gotta show. You need to let people know where it is, when they can catch it, and all that, and how they can find it. Oh, so you under the assumption, yeah, those are your people that you know listen. Right. But when you're posting, you're posting to the public.
And she knows how to kneel and pray.
Right.
Yeah,
so you can't talk about this show if you don't get the details of where it's gonna be. With all of that.
So you better give her your best. Girl, you got it. They can't tell you nothing, cause you're gonna do your thing. Girl, you got it. You make it look easy. Switch it up and stay in your lane. Girl, you got it. And they can't tell you nothing, cause you're gonna do your thing. Girl, you got it. You make it look easy. Switch it up and stay in your lane. And they want a part of the limelight, so you stay on their minds. Just keep doing your
Rory,
thing.
it's too much music out here, man. People put their expectation levels up. But you have to work your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Say it again now.
I said, people put their expectation level up.
They can't tell you nothing, cause you're gonna do your thing. Girl, you got it.
So you have to work your shit the way you do it.
Switch it up and
You can't wait on nobody else to work your shit. If you want somebody else to work your shit, what does that mean? That means to get cost. So you have to work your shit. You have to work the internet station. You have to work college radio. You gotta work your shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So these people gonna be in the lane that they're in unless somebody you gotta constantly put your shit out here on the stream. They just not doing like this stuff, so they need to put this shit on YouTube and hope something catches. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So record labels, they got 2 million fucking views. Who is this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This shit ain't no rocket science. This shit, man.
No, it's work.
But stop making other people think other people gonna do your work.
Exactly.
Ain't gonna happen.
Exactly.
Because if you want somebody else to do your work, again, that's a job.
Yeah, there's a charge. Exactly.
So,
Yeah,
you know, we want everybody to be successful, man, but unfortunately, 10% always is.
Yeah.
You know, you want your son to play basketball, it's probably the only thing.
Right.
You want your son to go to pro, it's like, so it's levels to everything. It ain't so their frustration I can feel just like some parents are spending thousands and $500,000 on their kids from 6 years old all the way up to high school. And they get the college scholarship and then they don't go. Hey nigga, you go pro and being a doctor. You go pro and being a dentist. You go pro and being a damn engineer. You go pro being a lawyer. You go pro and being a business manager. You know, an analytics, an analyst. You go pro trying to get in there. So there's a lot of other places. Is that you on there? Was that you? Yeah, you pull it up and watch it.
Keep doing
So,
your
yeah.
Greetings, everyone. This is Renee from Culver City. You are listening to the Attention to Detail R&B radio show with the savior of R&B, Rory Darvell.
You're darn right, you are. That was Sarah Shine with Girl, You Got It. Went viral on TikTok. Has over 80,000 videos of, I checked out some of them. She posted some of them. So congratulations to Sarah Shine with her song, Girl, You Got It, gone viral on TikTok. And heck, that can happen to you as well. Gonna bring you some more this hour before we close out the hour. Got Brian G. Soul coming at you with You're the Reason and X and their latest one. That's one of Cadjo's favorite groups. X with Chasin coming at you. Speaking of Cadjo, last night, Cadjo was a part of the sold out show. The Family did a 70s tribute last night at the Stuffed Potato and a guest appearance by another, I'll call him a real Urban Radio Network artist because we play his songs here. Jammin' J. Lamont was in the building last night. He did some comedy, opened up for them. And they came out, man, and did their thing last night, man, to a sold-out crowd. They enjoyed it. Some of the audience was even dressed in 70s attire for the occasion. And, man, they did their thing. Shout out to my girl, my drummer, for my upcoming show, which I'm going to tell you about shortly. Shucks. Doing it for the funk of it. She was up front last night. She wasn't on the drum. She was up front singing some lead. And that was Andrea Bird doing her thing. Doing some lead. And Kedjo doing some. It was all of them. Shout out to all of them. Niecy Knight, Yvette Cook, Cheyenne Pruitt. Who am I missing? Let me see. 1, 2, 3. There's somebody I'm missing. Tell me who I'm missing, Kedjo. I'm missing somebody. I'm missing one of y'all. But anyway, they did a great job. Barry Wiley checks in. Oh, appreciate him checking in on my Facebook side. That is the wife of the lady, the Aretha Franklin tribute artist Supreme, Elaine Gibbs. So Mr. Wiley checks in. Appreciate him checking in, seeing what we're doing. Maria Franco, she checking in on the Facebook side there. On the Facebook side, that's the Jermaine side, checking in on Jermaine's side. Man, this goddamn computer's doing it what it wants to do up in here. Get rid of that. There we go. I can see everybody. I can see everybody checking in. Well, let's just say there's 2 great songs. Latrice Lawrence, superstar artist, has checked in. So they checking in, man. The superstar artists are checking in, and I appreciate that. Going, man, time flies when you're having fun. Listen, Dallas Maverick fans, are they going to do it tonight? It's Game 7 going down. Can they make it happen? The Knicks didn't make it happen. Like I said, I'm not going to clown the Knicks, though, because the Knicks had a lot of injury, and then they lost their main guy. Jalen Brunson broke his hand and could not finish the game, even though, I'm saying this name wrong, but DiVincenzo, I think that's his name, he ended up with 39, 40 points. He was doing his best to try to get the Knicks up in there, but you can't beat a team shooting 67%. That's difficult to do, and that's what the Pacers did, so they wanted to get there, so they're going to play the Celtics starting on Monday night or Tuesday night. One of the nights they're going to start playing in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, I say this, Melissa, I appreciate you listening, but you know I'm a Laker fan, so I got to go with the Pacers. I cannot have the Celtics get number 18 before the Lakers. I can't have that. I can't have it, Melissa. I can't have it. It's nothing personal. Nothing personal. It's just business. It is just business. I can't do it. Can't do it. But it's going to be a good series. It's going to be a good series either way. I believe it's going to be a good series. But we will see. We will see. Listen, artist, talking about what I said about you guys getting your music and stuff and getting crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's to get your music together. And I had wrote a post. Matter of fact, Boss Man Cuddy was in the building. He was talking about it. talking to me about it a little bit. I wrote this post, and I basically was saying the state of our state of music created by Black people, because I didn't want to say Black music. So I'm like, oh, it's music is music. So I said the state of music created by Black people, and I laid it out. And I'm gonna lay it out here again today because I got time to do so. Feel free to comment, goddamn it. And like I said, truth don't change because you don't like it. I don't like the fact that my stomach overhangs my belt line, but it's the truth. It don't change because I don't like it. Now I can change it though. But Maria, as you check in, got two Marias listening at the same time. Y'all are lazy. There it is. I don't know any what to say. Boss Man Cuddy is sitting right here. May disagree, but proof is in the pudding. If you guys are not doing the work, and here's the thing, I'm gonna lay it out for you. When you sign to a record label, and many of you have known what it's like to be signed to a record label, and they put your team together for you. You don't pick your team. That's where your royalties go to. If you're selling these records, your royalty goes to that team, and you get nothing, and you're complaining because you don't even know how much any of that stuff costs. All the videos and all that kind of stuff. But guess what? What has happened today? In the industry today, things have changed because your whole goal is to get your music to the public. 30 years ago, you couldn't do that. Wasn't no internet. You couldn't do that. You had to rely on another entity. You had to rely on the record label or radio or disc jockeys or somebody to put your music out there to the public. Oh, don't let that bumper music stop me because I'm going to say some more after I finish playing this song from Brian G. Soul. So just perk your ears up. Call your friends. Tell them to listen in. Brian G. Soul, you're the reason on the Real Urban Radio Network.
I was thinking about my life, and where I've been, and where I am now. And baby, you're the reason. You're the reason why I love you. You're the reason why I care. You're the reason why I love you. You're the reason I'm still there. Denver 3720, Denver 3427 right now, man. Uh-oh. But you got a one hitter this time. This ain't two in a row. One, two. That is something that's never been done. When I look at you, spend my life, I know my dreams will come true. When I think of you, spend my whole life in the same. 'Cause I love you. You're the reason why I love you. You're the reason why I care. You're the reason why I love you. You're the reason I'm still
I didn't get out of here if you ain't got no car.
Yeah, they've been having they sold it. Kevin, Uncle and Aunt in town, and they were going to run around. That car, they started hanging out at work. So we went to the state fair Friday night.
Okay.
So instead of driving,
I'll be out Sunday. I'm going to State Fair.
yeah, they were going to run around and bring that car back. And then all of us were going to ride from the house and they paid my car just right. And I was driving and say, I don't really like it now. So what I do is like sign up with Uber and say, I get out. that truck makes the money. Really good whistle actually. I had a couple of yeah, that's all good. They got the talent show or something now. I just want to look in your eyes and tell you, all right, so you want this is how I feel. This time in my life, this day and age, I don't. Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, Tammy is one of the honorary. They honor it. She's one of the people. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. Hold back, put it on me. You love me like that. You take me higher than that. So you're the reason I love you like that.
Hello, I'm percussionist recording artist Paris Escovedo, king of the ghetto jazz sound, and you're listening to Rory Darvell and the Attention to Detailed Old.
Yes, Brian G. Soul with You're the Reason out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey, before I go on, that was my colleague that you just heard do that bumper. That was Paris Escovedo, and I want to send my condolences again to him and his family. Sent his mom had her memorial service on Friday, on this past Friday. So I'm going to send prayers out to him, Paris Escovedo, and his family as well. I also want to send out, condolences and prayers to Sister Joanna Hernandez Williams, the wife of Kerwin Scooter Mac Williams, who was one of the artists whose songs we played here, a couple of his songs that we played here, Body Rock and the remake of Girls. So we went to his homegoing service yesterday, Saturday, so out there in Ventura, California. So to send, again, condolences and prayers and strength to Joanna and their kids, his kids, strength to them on the passing of Kerwin. So, man, just take care of yourselves, love on each other, man, because we just don't know when our time is, and we're getting a little older. We're getting to the point where we have less years in front of us than we do behind us. Christina Marie checks in, and let me see. Carrie Taylor says she still can't come in. I don't know what's going on. Simon, appreciate Simon checking in and being with us, hanging out with us. Come to that YouTube page, man. The information at the bottom of the screen. You have to get you subscribed to your YouTube page. And if you want to be able to make comments, you definitely have to get your own page as well. But it's free. Everything is free. And hit that like, share, subscribe, and notification button so we can tell you when we're going to be playing this great music for you. 24/7, this station is. It's 24/7, man. You can hear this great R&B of all type of artists, new artists, established artists, etc., etc. We have the widest variety of artists right here and playing you some great new R&B as well as the classic R&B as well. So download the Live 365 app. Live 365 app. Download that app and then search the Real Urban Radio Network so you can hear some great music 24/7 and gospel from midnight Saturday to Sunday up to about 3 p.m. I guess on Sundays you hear some great gospel and Southern Soul. So those who listen to the Southern Soul, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's the replay. Actually, Boss Man Cuddy, who was just in the building, he has his Southern Soul show on Saturday mornings from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then it repeats after my show on Sundays from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. So we got a variety of music here for you. And then my colleague, Paris Escovedo, he's here with the Latin Soul from Saturdays, every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you can check him out as well and get some of that Latin soul, as well as some very old school stuff. He brings you that stylistics and that kind of stuff as well, and dramatics. Listen, the Real Urban Radio Network welcomes the Total Women Global Conference and Summit to Los Angeles. It takes place Saturday, June 22nd at the New Mart located at 127 East 9th Street in downtown Los Angeles. This year's theme's A New Beginning. There will also be a fashion show, workshops, and an all-male relationship panel. Tickets are $50 for general admission and $70 for VIP tickets, which also includes choice seating and a swag bag. To purchase, go to eventbrite.com and search for the Total Woman Global Summit. And shucks, since I'm in the advertising mood, Christina Marie, God darn it, coming at you. Here's the flyer right here, that pumpkin color. I like that color. Looks good on me. See that right there? I know y'all see it, Simon. I know you see it. I know y'all see it. Man, coming down, doing it for the funk of it. It's my show, man. We're going to bring you some of that Parliament. We're going to bring you some of that Cameo. We're going to bring you some of that Rick James. We bring you a whole cavalcade of the funkness. Bring it going down. My birthday concert, y'all. My birthday concert, Saturday, June the 29th. It's going to be taking place 5930 Franklin Avenue in Los Angeles at the beautiful Celebrity Center. Many of you guys have been there before that have seen my concerts. You know what I do. Bringing that 13-piece band at you. Half of the band is ladies. My fabulous musical director who did a wonderful job on my Kool and the Gang. Those of you there for the Cherish the Love concert when you saw Robin Bramlett, man, and she brought it. We sounded just like Kool and the Gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. The band was on hit. Kedjo was a part of that. Kedjo will be back as well. And y'all get y'all tickets, man. You can get your tickets several ways. You can go to, if you don't have Zelle or Venmo, you can go directly to Zelle or Venmo, 424-558-2088 to purchase your tickets. That's Zelle or Venmo, 424-558-2088 to purchase tickets. You can also, if you don't have either one of those mediums, you can also always go to brownpapertickets.com for doing it for the funk of it. Keyword funk. Put the word funk in the keyword and boom, it'll pop right up and get your tickets. Now, you cannot get VIP tickets on Brown Paper Tickets. You can only get general seating. But if you want VIP tickets, you can definitely come to Zelle or Venmo, 424-558-2088. VIP tickets are $65. That includes dinner, and that's the funky table seating. So if you want to sit at the table, general seating is $35, but you can buy dinner as well. So I don't think you can't get dinner. Closing out the hour with X with Chasing on the Real Urban Radio Network.
Chasing after your love, chasing after your truth. Trying to see if you can love me better than you love you. The kind of love that makes you always stay around. Tears are falling, but I'll always wear my crown. I know you want me, that in and out. You know my value, so you need to step out. Let's get my action, baby, don't talk too much. You'll be asking questions like what you doing, who you doing, and when you're doing that, showing evolution. But it seems the truth is you already know. Started chasing after all your love. Started chasing after love. Started chasing after love. Chasing after in the morning, babe. When you want it, babe. And even when you say you really need it now. I started chasing after love. Yeah. Let's people like I've plenty options. You call me up and I forget about their existence. You pull triggers, baby. Got some intentions, babe. Think that you love me, but you're making up excuses, crazy. Not gonna lie, not wasting my time. Chasing after love if you're not gonna get it right. Is that cool, boy? My love for you, boy, is much true, boy. All I want is you, boy. If you feel it too, you already know. Said you're chasing after all your love. Said you're chasing after love. Said you're chasing after love. Chasing after in the morning, babe. When you want it, babe. And even when you say you really need it now. Said you're chasing after love. Moving on to the next, so baby, that's me. You gon' be my ex, it's time to just leave. It's too late now, get down on your knees. It's too late now, give me back the key. No more way around for you to get it tight. I'ma call my sis, tell her sis, you right. And she'll talk about how you broke me down and how you broke my heart, she was just a clown.
Broadcasting live to the world at www.realurbanradio.
X closing out the hour with Chasing. That's their latest. You listen to the Attention to Detail R&B radio show. I didn't see that Joanna had checked in. Come in, Joanna. She had checked in. Didn't see her check in because of God darn this computer is moving a little slow. I can't see all the comments. They're coming in all slow and everything. Anyway, bring you the best and widest variety of new R&B. Tanya Grogan checks in from Arizona. I told you, man, they all over. We go from Compton to Canada up in here. So Tanya Grogan, she checks in. Appreciate her checking in. Come on over to that YouTube side, man. Come on over to that YouTube side and get it on, man. I finally got my phone fixed. I got my phone fixed so I can be heard everywhere now. I'm so happy. So happy I can be heard everywhere now. I got that on both sides. But anyway, come over to that YouTube side anyway. Listen, artists, I was saying, so let me tell you the deal, artists, what you guys are. And I believe I've said it before. I'm going to say it again because I love you. I want you to know where you are as far as relative to the music industry. You're on the bottom. You are gum on the bottom of the shoe of the music industry. Black R&B artists. Just keeping it real. And you probably say, no, we're not. No. I don't feel that way because I'm the one who's playing your music. So obviously I don't feel that way. But I'm talking about in terms of the music industry, they're not looking for you. They're not. They're not going out there and saying, where is the next so-and-so out here in new artist world? They are willing to let the R&B genre of Black folks, positive R&B music die. And it literally is dying. They're letting it die on the vine. But as Jimmy Jam has said, it does not have to. You are now in control. So remember what I was saying earlier about when you sign a record label, they give you your team, and you're so happy as a lark because all you want to do is sing. I know. You just want to get out there and perform. You want to be on Soul Train, American Bandstand, whatever is going on. You want to be out there at MTV. That's what you want to do because that's what you do best. Business is not what you do best. So you turn that over to the record labels or your attorney, and you know very little, or you think you know just enough, and you're not getting maximized. And next, you're ripped off, and you're pissed off. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Now, today, you have access to the very people that you wanted the record labels to give you access to. You can do it yourself, but the problem is you're not willing to do all the work. Now, I just made an announcement that you guys need to get your songs with your metadata. Those of you, and again, if you have all that information, I'm not talking to you. Hit dogs holler. I don't want to hear from you if I'm not talking to you. But there is a lot of you that don't have the information that you need. And what I am saying is, as I step up, as by information that I gather, I'm going to require you artists to step up. Had nothing to do with how long you've known me, had nothing to do with it. I've already gave you the mama analogy. Ain't none of y'all done more for me combined than my mama did. And if my mama didn't have her stuff together, her song wouldn't play here either. But there's two things that have to go back and forth. And unfortunately, with Black folks, this is how we do each other. Excuse my language on a Sunday. We shit on each other, but we don't shit on that white man. When that white man say something, we jump to attention. But when we do each other, oh, Negro, you ain't blah, blah, but you think you all. Well, guess what? I think it, therefore I am. And if either you're going to measure up or your songs won't play here, but it's for your benefit. So when you come here, come correct. Just like you would come correct if you went to that white man's station or if you went to that white man's record label. Sorry, I got to put it that way, but that's how we do. I see it. I ain't making it up. I see it. So whatever you need to do to come correct here, and you go, well, he think y'all that I ain't going to send my song. Don't send it then. I will lose absolutely zero sleep because I ain't got no songs out here. But trust and believe, if I had a song and when I was writing songs, I did what was required to get my song where it needed to go. And that's all I'm saying y'all need to do. Don't come here half-assed and think I'm going to put your song on the air because you know me. Not going to do it. Can't be any more clear than that. You are all low level. They're not looking for you. They're not looking for us. So what I'm saying is what we have to do is collectively work together. When you find independent stations like this one, streaming platform stations, because this is where everything's going anyway. Look at Howard Stern. Look at Howard Stern. No more terrestrial radio. He's getting paid. This is where we have to go and build the groundswell ourselves. This is what I'm trying to get you to see. So see if you can see the vision. Well, these next two songs I'm going to play in a row. Hollis J with his next one, latest one, I'm in Love with Your Body by Carrie and Carrie Taylor, Smooth and Tight on the Real Urban Radio Network.
I love to see the way you move. I love all the things you can do. So please, please, it's so hard for me. Any place or anywhere, I don't fucking care. I just wanna touch you, just wanna touch you. I love what you do, yeah. could not hide that instantly I fell for you, and you fell for me too. Oh, how you show me that love between two can be so love, this long and lasting love. Ooh, our love is amazing, smooth sometimes when we're together, and it's all about only you and I. Nothing else matters. Ooh, our love is amazing, smooth and sunlight when we're together, and it's all about only you and I. Nothing else matters. In every moment, in every hour in each day, seems all I want to do is share precious moments with you. Only you, my baby, can make me feel this way. It's so love, this long and lasting love.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, two-time Olympic high jumper, actor, writer, and producer, Jamie Nieto. You're listening to my man,
You sure are. And that was 2 in a row, man. I just felt like laying back with a Mai Tai and kicking it on the beach. I'm just visualizing myself listening to that Carrie Taylor, Smooth and Tight. And before that, Hollis J with I'm in Love with Your Body out of Ohio, bringing it to you. You listen to the Attention to Detail R&B radio show on the Rio Urban Radio Network, black-owned streaming station, bringing you the best and widest variety of new R&B anywhere for some of the newest artists around the country, independent artists doing their thing. So here's the deal. Artists, here's what I'm thinking. I'm just, again, throwing out ideas of how we can get best known. And I say you do it in numbers. I say you do it in numbers. Now let's go back. Those of you that old enough to remember, when we had 4 R&B stations, we had 2 AM, we had 2 FM, right? You could hear, let's pick my favorite group, the Jackson 5 on all 4 of them, right? You turn K-Day, Jackson 5, KGFJ, Jackson 5, K-Ace, Jackson 5, 102.3 KJLH, Jackson 5. Imagine that now. You got Paula Tang. I tell you guys about Paula Tang. She has All About the Funk. Submit your song there. Because us as digital platforms, we are also building an audience, right? So imagine this. Collectively, you guys get on the same page, because this is what I'm telling you. None of you are being looked for, because you're bringing positive R&B. You're making Black folks dance together. You're bringing people of color together. That's against the agenda of keeping us at each other's throat, keeping Black men and Black women fighting, Hispanic and Blacks fighting, blah, blah. But R&B is our love language. They don't want that love language. So you're all in the same boat. So as you're independent artists, but you have to become a team. Support. If you got your songs playing at some independent streaming platform, tell everybody. Tell the other artists so they can submit their songs too. So then these dots start to connect. They'll have a Carrie Taylor, Latrice Lawrence here, and they'll also, hey, I've heard them over here. So these dots, we have to create a whole new platform. You have to pioneer. We continue to be at the back of everything and want to jump on someone else's coat. I talked about this a year ago. Stop jumping on someone else's coattail. Create your own, wear your own coat, and have others jump on yours. That's what I'm doing here. Creating my own coattail. When I came in here, I was playing this old school R&B like everybody else. So now I'm playing y'all stuff and not everybody else's. So let's let everybody get on my coattail. Say, hey, I can do that too. Great. So then I can send artists, or you can send your song. I say, hey guys, here's a station you can send your songs to. I'm not sending your songs nowhere, because if I'm working for you, you need to pay me. This is where you guys have to get off your rusty dusties and say, okay, just like you were hustling your demos to record labels. You find out where these independent places are, and then we share that information with each other. That's support going in a circle. Am I making sense? Because right now, we're all just paddling in the same place and going nowhere, or trying to beat our heads up against this wall, this door that's not open to you. Terrestrial radio don't want you because you don't have the followers and you don't have the money. Contrary to what they ain't pay no money, well, they got to say that out loud because it looks like payola. So they got to do it another way. But if they wanted you, they could play your record. If you have your record the way I'm saying you should have it, if it looks like it's a real record and not a demo, they can play your record. They're a radio station. They can do what they want. Just like we can play what we want. I can play your demos, but I'm not. Because you need to make it as a record where people can go out and actually buy it, purchase. When it pops up on the internet or however they find it, you'll see the album cover. Okay, this is a real song. This person is serious. That's what we're going to do here. I upgrade every chance I can. So I'm up there, and so I look just like the big boys that y'all trying to beat your head on that they don't want you. Hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. It has nothing to do with your material. Your material, you have great material. You have people that buy your material here, but they need more. So you need to tell people where your music is playing. When I send your flyer out, you need to have it on your social media every day, especially when your song is in rotation, for sure. Every day. You're advertising yourself and you're advertising the 13 other artists on that photo. And everybody should be doing the same thing because you're all in the same boat. You're all slaves at the bottom of the boat, paddling. So we have to move collectively to get to the top of the boat, to where we the captains of the boat. And right now, you're all independent artists, but that means you have to build your own team. Nobody's appointing it to you. You pick your own publicist and you're the CEO. So you got to get to work. Boss Man Cuddy was just sitting right here, off camera, saying the same thing. You got to build up your work ethic. You're used to signing on the dotted line and then just go and party and take the pictures and showing up to the video shoots. Nope. You are the CEO completely of you now. You got to build your audience. Get a team to hustle for you. Get a team to hustle for you. and pay them. That way you know how much everybody on your team is getting paid because you're the one paying them. You know every deal that you've worked out. You're the CEO of you. Get to work. Like Jimmy Jam said, don't need the record labels. Prince said it before he died. Don't need the record labels. You really don't, because now you have access to the very people. I have access to the public. I go get them. Go find your audience. If your record ain't wanted here, go take it somewhere else where they didn't want it. Just like you do in any other record labels. There's Warner Brothers don't want it, take it to Motown. Motown don't want it, take it to Arista. Arista don't want it, take it to Capitol. Go where you find your audience. Don't complain. And if nobody wants it, then maybe you need to write another song or do what you need to do. Brittany Glodine, I'm your favorite girl, followed by R.L. Bell and Delilah on the Real Urban Radio Network.
This is B-Glow. It's time to take it back one time for all you old school heads out there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, who's the girl we appreciate? Me! I'm your favorite girl. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now this groove is just for me. I'm your favorite girl. Hey, I'm fly. Let's throw it back one time. Hey, this track is gonna take you back. Just wait for a minute. Be good, but to get it. So come and party with me. I win this. I know this. I work this. I do this. This old school vibe is so fly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who's the girl we appreciate? Me. I'm your favorite girl. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No, this game is just for me. I'm your favorite girl. I wanna get up and do my thing. Is that alright with y'all? Is that alright with y'all? Here we go. Ow, I think I wanna dance. And that concludes our old school break for the day.
Hello, this is Pastor Melvin Jones
And Evangelist Linda Jones inviting all of God's true believers to join us each and every Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the Top 10 Gospel Countdown.
We are blessed and honored to serve you with the best of the best in gospel music, as posted weekly on the Billboard Gospel Chart.
The Top 10 Gospel Countdown every Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Real Urban Network app and realurbanradio.com.
Giving you a better variety of today's R&B and old school. The Real Urban Radio Network.
Baby, you're driving me crazy. Every time I look into your eyes, you mesmerize me. I know that you know that we know that every time that we're together, our hearts are thumping. Baby girl, it's the time to make the move, cause all we wanna do is get in the groove. You're kissing me, I'm kissing you. You're touching me, I'm touching you. Lovely, lovely, lovely. What are we gonna do? Ooh, girl. but it's not time yet. Come on. Push myself inside your soul. Let me hear you say yes, that's where it goes. Ooh, can you feel that it's getting much deeper? This love that we share, it will never, ever, never, ever, never end, girl. Oh, baby, you got my heart, you got my mind. That you will have to the end of time. Ooh, to the end of time, yeah. Ooh, girl. Come on. Show what you've been saving for me. 'Cause right now, that's all that I need. I'm gonna give you what you've been waiting for. Yeah. We don't have to fight it no more. We don't have to fight it Hey everybody, this is recording artist Jammin' J. Lamont, better known as the Human iPod. And guess what? You're listening to my friend, my brother, the savior of R&B, Rory Darvell.
Jammin' J. Lamont had him laughing last night at the Stuffed Potato as he was opening up for the family with the sold out show last night. Did a tribute to the 70s. Whenever you get a chance, man, go out to the Stuffed Potato and check out some of the live events. Go to their website at thestuffedpotato.com and check them out, man. You might see something you want to go see. But right now, you got to go come and see me. June 29th, my birthday concert, 6/29, is on a Saturday, man, 7 o'clock at the beautiful Celebrity Center in Los Angeles, California, 5930 Franklin Avenue. Tickets are on sale right now. You got the VIP funky table seating for $65, includes a gourmet dinner, and you have general seating for $35, which also you can purchase the gourmet dinner. So don't think like y'all going to be watching the VIPs eat and y'all just suffer. No, you can eat as well. You just have to pay for and you can also buy your dinner in advance if you want to. You can buy dinners in advance. They're $15 in advance if you want to buy them they're $15 either way, but you want to just make sure you got one and you get it hot. It ain't gonna be wrapped up in a plate or nothing like that and sitting outside waiting on you. You will get it delivered hot. Everybody's food will come at the temperature it's supposed to be. So no matter when you get it, whether you get it in advance or you order it that day, you will have it. But it's always best to order in advance, that way you can have it ready, because you're going to want to eat, because you're going to say, dang, what y'all got? Where y'all get that at? Then y'all going to want to get it, because I tell you, I bring you top stuff, top foods, top shelf food, not those dry fried chicken and dry lettuce and a dinner roll. No, a roll better than that. Take good care of you. And you're going to get a great show. 13-piece band, man. Doing it for the funk of it. Get your tickets, man. Go to Zelle or Venmo, Zelle or Venmo, 424-558-2088. You can purchase general seating tickets. You do not have to have a physical ticket. You just purchase the ticket, then you'll get a verification, which you hang on to, but you'll be on the list when you come to the door. Everybody like being on the list. They say, hey, my name is Melissa. I should be on the list. Bam. Well, my name is Joanna Williams. I should be on the list. And your name will be on the list. Just confirm it. All right. Anyway, listen, man, I want to tell you guys something, because, I've been watching what's going on in the good, man. Hey, first of all, did y'all see what happened with Marjorie Taylor Greene, representative out of Georgia, a MAGA, definitely a Trumper, but she's not very bright. And the sister, God darn it, Jasmine Crockett out of Texas, Democrat out of Texas. Man, they got into it on the House floor, and I don't know if you've seen it on any of your social media, where she basically, Marjorie Taylor Greene did a personal shot saying that perhaps her fake eyelashes were getting in the way of her judgment of thinking, and so of course that was not classy at all. You're at the House floor and you're taking personal shots at colleagues and things of that nature. But that's the ignorance that Marjorie Taylor Greene brings to the government. So Jasmine Crockett responded. She's a black woman out of Texas. She responded. She says, "Chairman, I'm just trying to get an understanding." She says, "So if another colleague is referring to Marjorie Taylor Greene, if another colleague referred to another colleague as a bleach blonde, butch built body, would that be acceptable in this chamber? Would that be acceptable?" So that has gone viral. Her saying she's a beach blonde, butch built body. And she wanted to add one more B word on there, but she didn't, because she was in the House chamber. She had a little bit more class. But don't come for Jasmine Crockett. Don't do it, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You'll make a fool of yourself. But you're used to doing that. So you're used to making a fool of yourself. But let me tell you guys what's going on. So, Trump is on trial. He's a criminal defendant. He's literally a criminal defendant. He's not the president. He's a Joe. He is a Joe citizen. He's not the president. He has no place in government at all. He holds no office in government. He's a criminal defendant. He's already been accused, or found liable, I should say, of committing a sexual assault against a woman, which he's had to pay civilly millions of dollars. So now he's a criminal defendant. The Speaker of the House, the second in line to the president, went to court to show solidarity for this person, who is just a regular person. You are the Speaker of the House of the United States of America. I need to tell you guys something seriously about this country, but you're apparently not paying attention to. And for the other stooges, and there was always one. There's always one of us. There was a black man up in there too. Imagine this. These are grown men. You support your kids, and your kids is in a sport, and then maybe they're playing baseball or doing something or whatever. And you so showing your support as a parent. You may dress like your kid. Hey, I'm representing my kid. This is what these men in government did. They went to court to show their solidarity for their MAGA leader, for Trump. They dressed like Trump. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Go to the internet. You can pull them up. Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, blue suit, red ties. And Trump didn't even wear a red tie that particular day, by the way. I think he wore a yellow tie. But they went there in solidarity to go and defend a man who is, and Mike Johnson is supposed to be this biblical carrying Christian, all about them. We read the Bible, blah, blah, blah. And you understand that this man paid a porn actress $130,000 to keep quiet about their affair, which he denied he had. Does anybody pay somebody to not speak on something that they didn't do? They're paying you to hush. Not necessarily go, they're paying you to hush for now. Don't tell people we had sex. That's what I'm paying you for. But then he said, we never had sex. But you paid her so she wouldn't. I'm not paying for something I didn't do. I'm not going to pay you not to talk about something I didn't do. But that's what he did, because he didn't want it to come out before the election, but he used campaign. It was a campaign violation. That's the crime. It's not the hush hush that he had sex with a porn star, but that is not a crime. You can have sex with a porn star if you want to. You can cheat on your wife if you want to. It's not illegal. Even though she's pregnant with carrying your child, you can cheat on her. That's not illegal. Look, here's a new one. Here's Binky Womack. You look good to me on the Real Urban Radio Network. But I got something else to tell you about Governor Abbott out of Texas. Y'all better be paying attention to America.
Play no games. Don't leave me
the rain. Tell me you feel the same like I do about you. 'Cause I've been watching for so long, and everything about you, girl, just turns me on. And I chose today, and if I may have a minute of your time, I just wanna say you look good to me, and I wanna get to know you. Girl, you keep turning me on. Oh, you look good. Girl, you keep turning me on. You look good to me, and I wanna get to know you. Just keep turning me on. Sing it one more time. When you are, ooh, baby. I'll tell you one more thing. If you give me your love, so I'll be good to you, like I'm supposed to do. I'll never love another. I'll be treating you right for the rest of your life. You look good to me, and I wanna get to know you. Ooh, baby. Good to me, and I wanna get to know you. Keep telling me, please sing it one more time. Gotta know, keep telling me, I keep turning me on. Baby, I'm just sitting here and looking at you. So fine. Think you can be all mine, baby. Oh, wanna get you back and I wanna get to know you. I wanna get to know you. Get to know you better,
Actress, singer, songwriter, and I'm jamming with Rory Darvin.
You look good to me. Binky Womack. He is the nephew of the late Bobby Womack. Yes, he is a relative. And you'll hear a lot more from Binky. I heard his album, man. He sent me an album, man, and he's got some nice songs. So stay tuned for that. You're going to hear a lot from this man, Binky Womack. You're going to hear a lot from him on Real Urban Radio Network. Got Sharonda G still coming up at you, and Cal Marshall's going to close us out here today. But listen, I want to say this real quick before we get out of here. So while we're watching the whole Trump trial or paying attention to it, or maybe not paying attention, whatever you are doing out there, let me tell you what down in Texas. So during the Black Lives Matter movement, when George Floyd was killed, there was a black man in Texas. Now, Texas, in case you don't know, is an open carry state. You can carry a firearm in the open, like the Wild Wild West, in Texas, apparently, unless you're a black man, then you can't. So a black man who was carrying his gun, like he legally can, was killed by a white man. He was a racist. The white man was a racist. I guess he tried to claim some kind of self-defense or whatever. And this white man on his Facebook page was saying that all the Black Lives Matters, called them monkeys, etc. And, you know, they should be killed. And, you know, just basically doesn't like black people. So he killed this black man. He was sentenced. He was sentenced to life in prison. For rightfully so, for killing this black man, sent to life in prison. Well, so while everybody was paying attention, in the cover of darkness, the governor, another Trumper, by the way, he pardoned this white man. He's free. He committed cold-blooded murder. James got to be funky. He committed cold-blooded murder. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Didn't hear about that, huh? Yeah. This is what's going on. This is America. This is America. There was a woman, I can't remember her name. I thought initially it was Lizzo. I thought it was Lizzo, but it was not Lizzo. Let me just say it for again, so y'all is not hearing me well. It was not Lizzo. She was talking about America, and she was basically laying it out how America is, that America has done nothing for Black people unless money is involved. And the only way America does anything, i.e. white man does anything, is if you affect their money. She went back to the history of it. See, the history, America was a business. America was founded on business, built on the backs of Black people. They made money off of Black people. They didn't pay Black people anything. That's what was called the slavery. Lincoln did not free the slaves because he felt slavery was wrong. There was money being affected. And she brought all these out. These are all facts, ladies and gentlemen. This is America, whether you want to believe it or not. And I'm gonna go a bit further because I can. So, and she also said about the Montgomery bus boycott. Again, when they wouldn't let Blacks on, they boycotted the buses. They affected white folks' money. That's the only thing that is understood. Nothing is done. Oh, just that's so cruel. It's money-based. Everything in this country is money-based. It's not about people. It's about money. Everything. Many people have been indoctrinated to it. And at some point, it's interesting. We don't really start caring about people until we pretty much have a foot in the grave. But in the meantime, we're out trying to accumulate stuff. But the things that are going on in this country, this is why I've said what I've said, and I'll say it again, I'll say it here. America is in for a huge day of reckoning because of the evil that the country has done around the world and continues to do. And while we have it, and this is the perfect time because of the infighting that goes on in this country, with the Republicans doing what they're doing, with whatever race thing is going on, race baiting, whatever you want to call it, there's always struggle going on within this country. Red states and blue states, everything is divided. That's when your enemy can step in. They talk about the border and the people that's coming in on the border. The director of the FBI has said we've got more credible threats domestically, that means locally, as well as foreign. Legitimate domestic threats and international threats to this country. Because the enemies are rising up. And it's going to make 9/11 look like a drive-by. And it is a well-deserved day of reckoning. Sorry. And unfortunately, good people are going to get caught up in it. Because like it says in the Bible, if you will, rain falls on the just and the unjust. And it shines on the just and the unjust. So good people are going to get caught up in this. Our children can get caught up in this. We can get caught up in this because it's a day of reckoning, and I believe it to be coming for years to this country. And it's bleak. And then with Donald Trump, and you have Black people, Hispanic people voting for Donald Trump, that is just the dumbest thing you can do. You are my love, Sharonda G on the Real Urban Radio Network.
And with you, I'll always keep in touch. Oh, you know I feel so deep in love with you. And then you said you'll always be there. You promised to forever love and care. Oh, baby, I will surely be right there for you. When you're coming home, and then we take a ride and feel to the side. Oh yeah, a real life fantasy. When you're inside my dreams, I realize I need your love. Yeah. I swear I just can't get enough. Boy, you know you bring it around the time for me. be true. And I will never leave you. You've been what I need for so long. When you come and fly, and then we take a ride, it feels good inside. Oh yeah, a real life fantasy. When you're inside my dreams, I realize I need your love. Yeah. I never knew I could feel this way before. Your love for me is more than I could ever. You placed your love right there before me. I looked into your eyes, then I could see
The phenomenal organization Total Women Global is having their annual conference and summit to celebrate the invaluable efforts and achievements of women who have dedicated themselves to improving the lives of those around them. The event takes place Saturday, June 22nd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the New Mart located at 127 East 9th Street in downtown Los Angeles. This year, Total Women Global will honor 8 remarkable women in the Los Angeles and Inland Empire community with a Lifetime Achievement Award. The conference will also consist of speakers from different sectors of life, such as medical, law, education, life coaching, pastors, executives, CEOs, and many more. Plus, included this year, an all-male relationship and fashion show extravaganza. The Total Women Global Conference and Summit, Saturday, June 22nd, 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. at the New Mart, downtown Los Angeles, located at 127 East 9th Street. For more information about the event or vendor space, send an email to thetotalwoman82@gmail.com. That's totalwoman82@gmail.com. Or log on to the website at www.thetotalwomanglobal.org. To purchase tickets for this great event, go to eventbrite.com and search for the Total Woman Summit. General admission $50, VIP $70. The mission at Total Women Global is to thoroughly and fully empower women who are survivors of domestic violence and intimate partner violence, working persistently to help heal, inspire, and elevate all women who have suffered from abuse.
I'm recording artist Maz Johnson. You're listening to the Attention to Detail R&B radio show with a savior of R&B, Rory Darvell, on the rear.
Yes, yes, yes. You listen to "You Are My Love" by Sharonda G. And hey, that Total Women Global Conference. Congratulations to Tammy Mack. She is going to be one of the honorees. KJLH's own Tammy Mack will be one of the honorees, and that's Saturday, June 22nd. Get your tickets. Go to eventbrite.com and search for the Total Woman Global Summit. So go on down and go on, girl. Tammy Mack get another honor down here in the city of Los Angeles for what she does out here in the streets, in the community. Hey, man, listen to the Attention to Dteail R&B radio show. Thank you guys for being up in here and sticking with me. And by the way, to my YouTube family, go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe, and notification button. And to my artists, man, let's start to get together and actually working as a unit, working together so we can all rise up at the same time. Kathleen Guthrie, she decided to check in out of the Inland Empire. Appreciate her checking in out the IE. Excuse me. Appreciate her checking on in. Before I get on up out of here, I still got Cal Marshall coming for you, so don't go nowhere. Check out Cal Marshall. Listen, it's been a wonderful day here, wonderful Sunday, man. Time flies when you're having a good time. I do have a good time coming in here for you and bringing you all this great music, as well as bringing you what's going on in the world today, man. We got to keep our eyes open, and you got to vote. I was talking to someone, and they were talking about why vote, and they pick who they want to pick. Listen, let me tell you something about that. Don't listen to that stuff and all that, who they pick, who they want, and all that kind of stuff. Because let me tell you something about voting. If they weren't concerned about you voting, they wouldn't do so much to discourage you from voting, or they wouldn't do so much to discourage you from going to the polls. They wouldn't do so much, and that's a Republican thing that they want you to do. They wouldn't be moving polling places, or they wouldn't be trying to redline the places where you vote. They wouldn't make a law that you cannot give someone standing in line water while they're waiting to vote in the hot ass sun, that you can't give them water. So voting is important. It makes an impact. It makes a difference, because if it didn't, they wouldn't work so hard to discourage, especially people of color, from voting. They wouldn't move voting places out of rural areas that would force older people to have to travel for miles to go and place a vote, so they can discourage them from voting. They wouldn't talk about mail-in ballots and discourage from doing mail-in ballots if voting did not matter. So voting does matter. Don't be lazy, don't be brainwashed, and don't be stupid at the end of the day, and allow people to talk you out of your constitutional right. Even black folks will fall into it, because they can be ignorant too, and fall into it. Oh, they ain't doing nothing. They don't do that. Then vote. You damn sure can be sure whoever it is that you're voting for isn't going to get in if you don't participate in the system. This is the system that we have, and if you don't like it, then do something about it and change it. And you can change it at your local level by voting for the smaller people that are in your district. See, this is the thing. People want to complain, but you don't want to do nothing. You don't want to lift a finger. You want to, because it's easy to complain, but it takes effort to get out and make change and do something. Stand in line and vote. Find out who your local councilmen are. Derek Austin, as he checks in. Find out who they are, and go and vote for them, so they don't rig those. Or if they did rig them, they can't, because you don't vote, because there's not enough numbers. So you guys get off your asses and participate in where you live. You want to complain about potholes and things like that, but when it comes to getting involved, and I'm talking to black folks, write letters, do what you need to do. Get involved. Don't just sit on the sideline and talk at home and look at the TV and talk, I ain't going to do that. Well, then shut the hell up. If you're not going to participate in the system or to improve the system, then you must be quiet and take what you get. That's it. That's it. That's all. Now, who's winning the game? Somebody tell me. Who's winning between Dallas and Denver? Last I heard, Denver was winning, which I expect Denver to win, to be quite honest with you. Denver's the champs. They're not going out like no punk, and they at home. They might be whooping ass. Derek, you watching the outdoor game. Somebody tell me what's the score before I get out here. I'll find out in 46 seconds. Because I'll look it up my darn self. But anyway, man, had a good time. Listen, get your tickets, man. Come out here for my birthday. Somebody show some concern for my birthday. Listen, and by the way, as local artists, you guys, get your tickets early, please. Please get your tickets early. If you intend on supporting me, get your tickets early, because us little guys, small entities, we're not like the big corporations. We're not Live Nation. We don't have millions of dollars to wait for you. And it's interesting, because if you was going to see Anita Baker, who, by the way, didn't show up and still has not given an explanation to the people that have spent hundreds of dollars, we're asking for $30, $35. We need that money as soon as possible, because we have to pay money in advance, just like the big boys do. But guess what? We don't have big boy money. We can't afford it. So please, if you intend on supporting us, those of us that you've known for years, can't afford for you to wait till the last minute and then go, what? You canceled it, but I was going to go. No, you weren't. You can't do it after the fact. It does us no good. And we still lose money when we cancel shows or postpone shows. So support us early. We'd appreciate it. Don't say, "Oh, well, remind me when it gets closer." Why? I ain't got to remind you to go see none of the big boys, and they don't even know you. They don't even know you're gonna be there. Don't even care. And you pay more for parking than you do to come see us. So if you're gonna come and see us, we need your support. We give great shows, independent artists. Oh, shout out again to Kejo. Kejo was working this weekend. He did another show. I went and saw him in Soul Play along with my guitar player, Mike. They were at the starting gate in Los Alamitos, so went to check them out as well. So Kejo was a busy man. He was at Stuffed Potato in Anaheim on Saturday night, and then he was the night before. He was working at the doing his thing out at Los Alamitos with Soul Play at the starting gate. So Kejo was out there getting his work in. Hey, by the way, God is the greatest. I ain't gonna forget the last 6 seconds I got. I'll see you guys on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Tell somebody, don't come back by yourself, and get some of this great music. I'm out, y'all. Bye.
Waking up at 3 in the morning, keep seeing your face, but cannot hear. At your place, I want you here with me. You see, I ain't up in line, we're both under the same vibe. You can come on, baby, if you got the time. See, I know got what you want when you want it, how you want it. I got it, baby. So what we gon' do? You coming through? I got what you want when you want it, how you want it. I got it, baby. So what we gon' do? You gon' come through? I keep on yearning for your love. Now you're coming through. Open the door up, the lights they are off. Music keep playing while we playing through the house. Now it's time for a game of show and tell. Let's take time to explore your wishing wells like waterfalls. They flow in streams, imagine not to die. Make it stream. They call me hunter cause I keep on green with you right by my side. I got everything. Got what you want, got what you need. Shawty, look at me, I'll get what you see. Darling, love is the drug, is love for me. Baby, sugar, can't you see? Look on your love, that's me. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, cause I'll be everything. I got what you want when you want it, how you want it. I got it, baby. So what we gon' do? Coming through. I got what you want when you want it, how you want it. I got it, baby. So what we gon' do?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
I'm out, y'all.
297001778.
You reach me. I'm not here. Leave a message after the beep.